Have you ever felt sad for someone that you love because they're going through a hard time? Have you ever seen a loved one cry and felt the same emotional pain yourself? This is called empathy, and it allows us the ability to understand and share others' emotions. Empathy is an important part of human nature, and it gives us the ability to put ourselves in others' shoes and feel what another person is feeling, as though it was possible for emotion to be contagious. This ability to understand what others feel enables us to treat people with kindness, be sensitive towards others' needs, and to build strong bonds with people around us. Empathy also alerts us when we are not behaving well, because it makes us aware of the pain we may be causing to others. Intercultural empathy is the ability to observe the world through the lens of different culture, and it encourages us not to only experience the emotion of another person, but it allows us to contemplate those feelings and compare them to your own. So why is there still a lack of intercultural empathy in many facets of society? People from different cultures are mocked for their accent, subjected to racism in school, in the workplace, and many other areas. There is even a lack of empathy for people fleeing their home countries to escape war and terror, with people still dismissing them and their struggles. Is there a way to overcome this lack of intercultural empathy and place ourselves in another's shoes? There are many ways we can try to place ourselves in the cultural lens of another person. First and foremost, the key to building empathy in general is self-understanding. Level of empathy differs from people to people, but studies shows that you are more likely to feel more intense empathy if you have developed deeper emotional intelligence. You can build your emotional intelligence by being more in touch with your emotions and naming them as you experience them. You can do this through poetry, because both reading and writing poetry can lead to emotional response, and confronting these emotions will help build deep emotional self-awareness. If you cannot confront and address your own emotion, you will not be able to understand the emotional world of those with different cultural background. Another way to build intercultural empathy is to apply the knowledge you have learned about different culture to shift your perspective on the world and try to see through the lens of another culture. Understanding cultural differences can help us to understand the action of people from different culture. In the photography module, you learn the factual knowledge about cultural element specific to certain cultures, and you can use this knowledge to refer to when you encounter a cultural barrier that may trigger ethnocentric tendencies. Our feelings are guided by our experience and culture, but we're not necessarily restricted by this. With practice and motivation, we can go beyond these feelings and use the cultural knowledge we have learned from others to widen our worldview and see through the cultural lens of someone else.